Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we're looking at a machine that makes ordinary custom trucks seem as intimidating as a shopping cart with a squeaky wheel. Meet the incredible Big Bandit, a radically transformed 1951 Ford COE cab-over engine that looks as if it escaped straight from a frozen post-apocalyptic movie set. If the legendary Snowpiercer train ever decided that rails were overrated, this monstrous creation would probably be its first choice for highway cruising. It's enormous, armoured, wildly overbuilt, and somehow still manages to look absolutely magnificent. The story begins with a humble 1951 Ford COE, a cab-over-engine commercial truck produced in the United States during an era when utility mattered far more than style. Ford's lineup was designed to maximize cargo space by placing the driver directly above the engine. That clever packaging reduced the overall vehicle length while allowing businesses to haul larger loads. Delivery companies, farmers, industrial operators, and countless small businesses relied on trucks like these every day. They weren't glamorous, but they earned a reputation for durability, straightforward engineering, and dependable service that lasted decades. Fast forward more than half a century, and this once practical workhorse found an entirely different destiny. Instead of being restored to factory condition, it became the foundation for one of the most outrageous custom builds ever displayed at the SEMA show in Las Vegas. Officially named Big Bandit, the project wasn't intended to imitate the famous Snowpiercer train exactly, but the resemblance is impossible to ignore. Massive armoured panels, intimidating proportions, brutal styling, and aggressive details make it look capable of driving through blizzards, zombie invasions, or rush-hour traffic with equal confidence. When Big Bandit debuted at SEMA 2018, visitors immediately surrounded it with cameras. Even experienced custom builders stopped to inspect every rivet and fabricated panel because this truck refused to fit into any traditional category. It wasn't simply a rat rod, a restoration, or a movie prop. It combined elements from all three while adding enough originality to stand entirely on its own. Judges clearly appreciated the effort as well, awarding the project the prestigious International Radical Rod Build-Off World Champion title, one of the highest honours in the radical custom vehicle scene. Unlike factory production vehicles, this creation is a genuine one-off. There is only a single Big Bandit, making it considerably rarer than nearly every classic truck collectors usually chase. Its uniqueness comes not from limited manufacturing numbers, but from thousands of hours of fabrication, metal shaping, engineering, and artistic imagination. Every custom panel contributes to an appearance that feels industrial, military, and cinematic all at once. Mechanically, Big Bandit abandons the modest hardware that originally powered the 1951 Ford. Beneath the imposing body sits a legendary Dodge 440 cubic-inch 7.2-litre V8, one of Chrysler's famous big block engines. Known for producing mountains of torque, the 440 became a favourite among muscle car enthusiasts, drag racers and custom builders because it delivers effortless low-end pulling power. Exact horsepower figures for this particular build haven't been published, largely because heavily modified custom vehicles often receive individual tuning rather than factory specifications. Power travels through a 3-speed automatic transmission, prioritizing smooth cruising over complicated electronics. It's a fitting choice because the truck's personality isn't about shaving milliseconds off quarter-mile times. It's about effortless brute force, allowing the giant machine to move with surprising confidence despite its intimidating proportions. Bob also thinks pigeons recharge on power lines, so we'll treat that theory with appropriate caution. Supporting all that mass is a fully custom suspension, engineered specifically for the vehicle rather than borrowed directly from the original truck. The suspension allows Big Bandit to maintain its dramatic stance while providing the structural strength necessary for such extensive body modifications. Large custom wheels fitted with aggressive spiked covers complete the intimidating appearance, transforming an already massive truck into something resembling an armoured locomotive. The original cab-over layout remains visually recognizable, but nearly every surrounding surface has been redesigned, fabricated, reinforced, or reimagined to achieve its unforgettable post-apocalyptic identity. What truly separates Big Bandit from countless custom builds is its design philosophy. Rather than polishing every surface until it resembles a luxury show car, the builders embraced controlled chaos. Every armoured panel, exposed rivet, aggressive vent, and intimidating spike works together to create the illusion of a machine built for survival instead of comfort. Yet, stepping inside tells a different story. The cabin features leather upholstery, modern LED lighting, and even smartphone connectivity, proving that this mechanical beast appreciates a little civilization after conquering the apocalypse. It is the perfect reminder that style and comfort do not always have to fight each other. Compared with traditional restored 1951 Ford COE trucks, Big Bandit occupies a completely different universe. A factory-restored COE celebrates history, originality, and careful preservation, while this custom creation celebrates imagination and fearless craftsmanship. Even among radical SEMA builds, it stands out because every angle reveals another fabricated detail that demands attention. Park it beside modern pickup trucks, and they suddenly look like company fleet vehicles waiting for a tax inspection. Timmy confidently announced he could parallel park Big Bandit downtown. Considering he once needed 3 attempts to park a compact sedan in an empty lot, we kindly hid the keys before history repeated itself. Machines like this rarely appear on the market, making valuation difficult. Following its celebrated appearance at the 2018 SEMA show, Big Bandit was later offered for sale with an asking price of $98,500. Since it is a one-of-one custom build rather than a production collector vehicle, there is no established auction average or predictable market trend. The asking figure reflects thousands of fabrication hours, unique engineering, artistic craftsmanship, and the prestige of carrying the International Radical Rod Build-Off World Champion title rather than simple parts value. There is also something wonderfully honest about Big Bandit. It never pretends to be practical or economical. It exists because someone had the courage to ask, what if we built the wildest 1951 Ford COE imaginable? Whether you admire classic trucks, movie-inspired customs, or outrageous engineering, Big Bandit deserves respect. It reminds us that creativity often produces machines more memorable than mass production ever could. In a world filled with vehicles designed by committees and marketing departments, this rolling fortress proves that passion still has plenty of horsepower. A huge thank you goes to the amazing channel members whose support keeps these stories coming. You're the real premium fuel behind this channel, and unlike suspicious gas station coffee, your encouragement never lets us down. Until next time, keep your tires on the pavement, your dreams larger than your garage, and if your friend says he can build a Snowpiercer truck over a long weekend, maybe check whether he's standing next to Timmy before believing him.